Hello again. Good to see you. Well, it's another week. Another week's gone past. Another intense week of lots of work. And I did a live stream on Friday, just gone, just impromptu, and it ended up going really, really well. And one of the, I asked the, the people that were listening and watching, whether they had any particular questions that they wanted answered in terms of advice for anyone wanting to get into tech or in tech already. And one of the people suggested how to find the right path in tech, and I thought, look, that's a good question. I'll do a video on that, and I'll answer it from my own experience. And one of the things I would suggest is when you get started on this path, that like any kind of journey that you undertake, it's always good to have kind of a picture, a map of what it is that you're possibly going to go and explore. So there's a lot there. I mean, if you look at the map of tech, and we talk about tech as in technology, as in everything from computer software to hardware, everything. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It's it's like you have RFC tags in like books when you walk out of security tags. So there's computers, little computers in everything, in clothes even, right? So where to start? I guess when you want to know where to go. There's everything that we have on one side in terms of hardware. There's PCB development. There's electronics design. There's chip design. There's chip architecture, there's assembly architecture, there's what else? And then moving, I guess, towards software, you've got like, there's also manufacturing, but that's more kind of manufacturing, less technology. You've got the software, operating systems, then you've got games, and you've got IoT, all these, there's just so many languages. The web is such a huge space. I mean, every one of these things also has like little subsets, right? So the web, there's so much. I mean, it'd take forever to describe it all in one video. So I'm just going to kind of call it a web dev, right? We have a mobile app dev. We have hardware development for all manner of things, cars, cameras. You're watching me on here. So really, I guess there's a certain intuition that you would need to know where it is that you want to go because you're excited about it, right? So you can look at all these things, IT, software development, and there's theoretical stuff, right? So you got computer science theory, closer kind of like mathematics. If you're really into maths, that's probably something that you might be interested in. But it really is, there's a certain intuition that something that excites you, and me at the moment, I've actually really gotten into maths. More so than I did before. I was pretty good at it. It wasn't the best, but I kind of was a bit scared because I was scared of failure and not doing well. And funnily enough, when I went to uni, it was the hardest subjects that I really excelled in. So I kind of look back and think maybe I should have dived deeper into maths. And recently, I've been watching a lot of maths videos about just anything, and it's really interesting to see how that space evolved and how I'm just now, over 40, really falling in love with maths. I always enjoyed it, but I didn't really realize how beautiful it can be. And so that's something cool. That's something pretty cool. And I guess it's up to you to think about what it is that you want to do and, dig into your intuition, explore different things. Like I used to be into video games, not so much anymore. I think for me, the moral aspect, I wanted to get into video games again. The moral and ethical aspects is, there's a concern about the fact that, getting people to sit in front of computers all the time, even though I kind of do it myself, but even more so than probably we should. I used to love video games, but now I don't really want to make them. I don't play them anymore. So obviously I've grown out of that, and I still have a lot of friends in video games, and I respect their work. And the actual work done to build games got very little to do with games themselves. Like you don't play unless you're a tester, but there's a lot of maths involved in video games. There's a lot of kind of problem solving. It is very high intensity. There's a lot of pressure. But these days I'm into IoT, mobile app development, and actually web. I've really kind of dived back into web, and I'm surprised at how much, how easy it is, I guess, these days compared when I was doing it maybe about 6 years ago, back in 2018. So kind of really struggling with the whole thing. But now looking back at it, I needed to go through that struggle to understand, the whole system, right? Back end, front end, client, server, or how they communicate with each other, full stack dev. So sometimes you might not like something to start off because it doesn't make much sense, but then you'll come back to it. And just like I said about maths, you'll come back to it and you go, wow, that's pretty cool actually. Like, I'll just do this, let's dive in, let's explore. And usually it seems like when you're under pressure to do things, that you kind of find that that's when you do your best, because there's something riding on it. You're kind of trying to prove yourself. So really, I think the core message at the end of it is, understand the map of tech, and explore and follow your intuition about the things that you might want to do. And don't be afraid of pressure and difficulty, because it is through that you're going to find out what it is that you enjoy. And that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Good to see you, and I'll catch you again next week. Bye.